everyone, welcome back. Today's lesson is going to be nice and short. You'll be thrilled to hear. I just have one quick thing I want to show you this week. We talked about reports and how you could extract information. Now that everything is coded with its own element, we talked about how we could extract information in a blog post way back at the beginning of the series. So I just wanted to show you where you can find those reports and what you're looking for. So we're going to jump right in. I've got the version of the script open that we formatted. It's much ado again. So if you've got that, go ahead and open it up. So the reports we're looking for are in the production menu. Production, and all the way down at the bottom of the list is reports, and you can see here all the different reports you can generate. Some of them will be useful to us, some of them much less so. The scene report is particularly helpful for stage managers. I'm going to show you that one right now. If you're putting together a schedule or if you're putting together a scene breakdown, this is a great way to start. You will probably need to go through and still identify any unspeaking characters in the scenes, but in terms of speaking characters, this is going to get you a long way. So you can see here, scene 1, that's the first scene. This is a list of everybody who's in it and how many lines they have. It's on page 1, and it is 9 pages and 5/8 of a page. So it will break down how long each scene is to 1/8 of a page, because that's how they deal with scheduling in television and film. So yeah, you can see the whole script here, who's in which scene, who speaks and how many times. So that's super helpful. And I believe if they're in bold, that is their first appearance. So you can hear everybody is appearing for the first time. Here only Antonio, because Leonato was in the scene before. Conrad is a new one in scene 3. So yeah, you can go through there and figure out where everybody first appears to, which is some more information that this report can give you. You can print it, you can save it, and then refer to it later, or you can just keep coming back to regenerate it every time you make any changes. So that's a super helpful one. We also have production reports, cast report. This one is a great one for playwrights as well. It's a great way to sort of get an overview of your different characters, and it's a great place to check if you have misspelled anybody's name. Because if the names don't appear exactly the same, then they'll appear in this list as 2 different characters. And that includes if you had like a character name and then a character name followed by a space, which can often happen. Fade-In will treat those as 2 separate characters. So this is a great place to find out if that has happened. You can get the characters in alphabetical order or in script order. Alphabetical looks like this. It's a list. Here's everybody in the play. So this could be a great place to start for generating your cast list as well. You can see how many times they speak and how many scenes that they are speakers in. So that's a great place to pull this information up. It could be helpful in terms of broadly organizing understudies as well. And again, you can print or you can save. We're going to take a quick look at what the cast list looks like in cast report in script order. It looks a bit different. It's just not alphabetical. It's got all the same information. So you can see as people come into the play, in case that is helpful to you. Reports, we're going to look at location report. This can be helpful to your production team as well, and in generating some set lists and props lists. It can provide information for that. We can get it again alphabetical or script order. We'll take a look at script order this time. So scene 1 tells you before Leonato's house. It only occurs 1 time. So this is where, for playwrights, if you are super careful to name things the same way every time, then you get this information condensed here for you in a report. If you call it bedroom one time and apartment bedroom another time, like trying to make sure it's consistent throughout, this will help you. This report can help you if you're trying to go through afterwards and clean things up to make sure everything is named the same way, which is super helpful when it comes to submitting those scripts. It looks like you've paid attention and everything is consistent. So yeah, you can tell, and here it gives you what page number that starts on. So this could be a great place to start from in terms of creating a props list as well. And one more. So yeah, there's a bunch of other reports that are probably less useful to us. A dialogue report. Again, if you have discovered that you have Claudio, say, and then Claudio spacebar, you can look at Claudio space. He'd appear twice. It would look like Claudio and then Claudio underneath. You figure out which one has the space on it, and then you can run this report and find every time that Claudio space appears. It tells you which scene. These are all of his lines in scene 1. and all of his lines in probably a different act, scene 1, and moving on. So if somebody has been misnamed, it's probably only going to be a few lines. You can find them in here and then go track them down in the script. You could try find and replace. You could find Claudio's space and replace it with Claudio, but unless you're super careful, you risk having that happen throughout the dialogue as well. So any place that was Claudio and then a space would then squish up with the next word, and you don't want that to happen. So if it's just a few lines that have been assigned to somebody who has the wrong name, this is a great place to track those down. Great, so those are the reports. You can play around. There's some funky ones. A lot of these we would never have use for. Notes report, this is more for playwrights. If you had given yourself a bunch of notes as you're going throughout, you can generate a report to condense those all in one place, which can be a start for, say, an edit list for your next pass. Element report, you can choose what element. So I want to see every time there's an action and find all the stage directions. It's Shakespeare, so there's not that many. So here it will find all of the action lines in the whole play and list them for you. If you were trying to find an exit or an entrance or something, I'm not sure why you would need this, but it is an option that exists, and you could do that for one or multiple elements that you're trying to track down. If something has been misformatted, you can track that down. Like if you have a transition and you really shouldn't, you can do a report and find out where those are, because it'll tell you what page it's on. So this is a super great way of extracting information. It's really quick, and it can help us generating a lot of reports in terms of stage management, and for playwrights it can give you a great overview and ways to track down the intricacies inside your script. So I just wanted to show you that because I had brought it up in one of my earlier posts. If you have any questions or comments about this, things that you thought might be useful, if you explore the reports function and come up with another option of things that could be super helpful to other stage managers, I would love to hear about it. So please come on back and leave me a question or a comment over on the webpage, and I will answer you or help spread the word about whatever magical trick you found using this program, and we can all help each other. Once again, thanks so much for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you again soon.